there's also something um, in corporate worship about us leading one another. So I think that, as we come together, the volume just physically is increased. And I think that encourages those who maybe aren't as confident in their voices to sing a bit louder, those who aren't as confident maybe musically to clap together, to join in and do that. I think that it means that possibly those who are in the congregation who don't find worship as much of a challenge are able to look around and see people who are maybe in a place where they're struggling, or see someone who maybe really is meeting with God and they can go and pray with them. And I think there's certainly an aspect of when we come together, we help each other to worship, and we help each other into that place. Sometimes it's a difficult thing. The Bible talks about bringing a sacrifice of praise, and I think sometimes it is a sacrificial thing because we aren't necessarily in a place where we really feel like we want to worship God, because life's a real struggle and there's things that haven't gone well for us. But when we come together and we worship, each other can help us bring that sacrifice of praise to God.
And I guess in there's a shift that needs to happen, and I think in that actually we are there as a group worshipping together, and there's that interplay that as we worship ourselves, not as we worship ourselves, but as we worship as individuals to God, that we have a responsibility to lead one another and to think of that act of worship as a together act as we look to praise Him and lift Him up.
Yeah, that's right. And I think within that, there are times when we individually connect with God, but that connection maybe helps other people to connect as well. Think of the story when the Ark of the Covenant's brought back to Jerusalem and everyone's together, but David basically strips down to just his underpants and dances, and it's really extravagant. Every few steps they're killing a cow and slaughtering it and sacrifice to God, and it just seems completely over the top, and David just loses himself. But I'm absolutely certain that was an inspiration to other people and to the people who looked on him to say, wow, that's how we connect with God, that's how we can really bring something amazingly sacrificial that blesses Him.